arthritis.
Yeah, I know it well.
Conspiracy theorists, aren't they just great? They try to overthink many times the situation
Mm.
and come up with the conclusions that can't be justified. But hey, their TikTok and X channel, they can rant and leave the audience to absorb their unsubstantiated claims. And the more gullible will pass the information on until the source is forgotten and the rumor becomes the truth. So let's start a conspiracy theory about something.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah. It's harder than what you might think, but anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this something that almost everybody saw? And let's point out what perhaps they didn't see.
Right.
So let's get going with the Mike Tyson fight against Jake Paul. That was a fix.
Really?
It's common knowledge, despite the fact that one of the two would win, if
Yeah.
not a draw.
Mm.
So let's look at the facts, shall we? The rounds were 2 minute long instead of 3.
Right. Okay.
So that would obviously be an advantage for either, as they both fought the same amount of time.
Hmm.
They used 14-ounce gloves, which for all intents and purposes are sparring gloves.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of the 10-ounce gloves,
Mm.
like the heavyweight title fight uses.
Yeah.
Those heavyweight title fights sanctioned, they use 10-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
The 14-ounce gloves, it just protects you better.
Yes. Yeah. More padding.
It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah. Yes.
Former boxing champion Carl Froch said the fight was fixed, that the contract signed guaranteed the victory to Jake Paul. Tyson wasn't allowed to win. That was the deal.
Oh yeah.
This was also said by one of the boxers on the undercard.
Hmm.
On the undercard of the
Yeah.
Sarah Bailey, World Boxing Association world champion in her category,
Yeah.
also said it was rigged. I think he took it easy, she said about Jake Paul.
Mm.
Some conspiracy theorists said Paul was signaling by sticking his tongue out in spite of the fact during the fight it was
Yeah. Yeah. Give it an indication. Yeah.
in spite of the fact he's done this in previous fights, both inside and outside the ring. So it's a thing that a youngster does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to be radical, and trying to be, sort of edgy. So they stick the tongue out.
I could tell you a story really about another sport with tongues. Yeah. No. I mean that clean.
The same thing could be said about Tyson biting his glove.
Mm. He's always done it. Yeah.
Just like a baby sucking its thumb.
Yeah.
It's like a habit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I'm calling Tyson a baby.
No, not to his face anyway.
No.
He'll probably see the funny side of it all, but yeah.
A script did the rounds on the net pre-fight.
Right. Yeah.
Apparently, this is what they were supposed to do. But obviously, the two fighters didn't get access to it because nobody got knocked out.
Right. Yes.
So that died a death.
Yeah. So, well, yes.
So look, let's just boil it all down to this. Right? The thing is, it was a fight between an older man and a young want-to-be boxer.
Yeah.
There was no objective.
No.
There's no title.
That's it. Yeah. That's what.
No retribution. No bad blood.
No.
No animosity.
Mm.
It was just a fight.
Yeah.
An exhibition, if you like,
Mm.
an
Yeah.
exhibition fight, if you like.
Yes.
Uh, of course, but with a lot of money involved.
Yeah, that's the side of it. As so, yeah.
The the spectacle was sold more than the competition,
Of course.
if that makes sense to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Bets in the United States were prohibited because of, for example, the 14-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
All the bookies said, no, no, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not. Yeah.
2 2 minute rounds, that's no, 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 no,
No,
that's not
no,
going to be.
no.
Like, so nobody was allowed to make any bets,
Yeah.
official bets.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Only the suckers being drawn in to make unofficial bets,
Yeah.
losing the shirt.
Yeah.
The uninitiated, if you like.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was clear that Tyson had 2 rounds to impress,
Yeah.
and the other 6 to cover his ass until the end.
Yeah.
Uh, with all due respect to him,
Mm.
he's an old man,
Well, yeah.
too old to be anything near world class by today's standards.
Of course. Yeah.
And his gas tank doesn't retain gas for very long.
Yeah. I
If you're
mean,
not
yeah.
guy, you're not going to sustain it. And this was obvious to see. You know,
Mm.
you could see it. You know,
Mm.
after the 3rd round, he was struggling to stay on his feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Jake Paul had his moment boxing with a famous name,
Yeah.
albeit far from the prime of his opponent's life,
Mm.
and the result wasn't difficult to see.
Yeah.
Arranged fights for lots of money and no reason are often like that.
Mm.
You know, if you look at Jake Paul's previous fights, they were all like that.
Yeah.
Mo
Yeah. Isn't
Modus
it?
operandi.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was good for Paul
Yeah.
because he can sell his perfume or drinks or whatever it is he vlogged on the internet.
Yeah.
Um, so that was okay.
Yeah.
It keeps his gullible fans interested in his TikTok or whatever it is that he does.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
influencing.
Yeah. When you're arranging our fight, not our fight, when you're arranging a fight for yourself, Steve, so that we get notoriety, when you fighting Jake Paul, just let me know,
uh, yeah, well, be a, be, well, hold on a second. This might be on the work. This might be in the works.
Oh yeah,
Right?
sorry. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah,
Because for his side, Tyson,
yeah,
who is far from off his peak financially,
yeah,
uh, to get a quick $30 million for 16 minutes in the ring,
yeah.
it wasn't too shabby either.
No,
If Jake Paul wants to ask me 30 million, I'll do it.
mm.
I don't mind being knocked out.
Yeah, but the idea is not to go down in the first seconds. If you know that, yeah, you have to put on there. Yes,
He would have to catch me first. So no, none of the two are complaining. None of the
yeah,
two fights are
oh,
complaining. They're all happy. They're all,
yeah,
kissed
yeah.
and made up, and that just leaves the fans, of course.
Well,
The 3rd person in the ring with the fans.
yeah,
The 4th person, because the 3rd is the
yeah,
referee, but the
yeah,
4th person is the fans.
yeah,
And they had to try and work out as they walked home,
yeah.
what was that all about?
Well,
What the hell have I just watched? What have I paid my money for?
yes, yeah, and,
And also to argue if it was rigged or not.
well, yeah,
I mean, come on.
that was the entertaining side of it all, really. Yeah,
Let me. Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. It's more of a spectacle than the sport. Let
yeah,
me just say it like this.
yeah.
Do you remember professional wrestling?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Well, still
Was that
happens.
was that rigged?
Oh no, no, no! Don't shatter my illusions totally now, Steve. No, I used to watch that on a Saturday. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's sort of the slap on the thigh, was meant absolutely nothing. And look, as I heard it said about professional wrestling, the only honest job is wallpapering, and even that's a put-up job.
Yes, there you are. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, okay. Um, yeah, as Steve knows, I actually had some work the next day. I couldn't stay up to the late hours to watch it, which I was a bit disappointed with. But yeah, something came in for me to do the next day, and yeah, I too have to earn money, and I don't go in a ring for 30 million for 16 minutes work. I had to do 8 hours work or 4 hours work to actually get some money. So the next day, so unfortunately, I couldn't watch it live. Um, as you say, it was an entertainment spectrum. Anyone that paid tickets to go and see there, okay, they had some good fights on the undercard. Let's be honest about it. There was some half decent fights on the undercard.
They were carrying the weight.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, so people got to see some world class fights and an exhibition game match with celebrity. Um, I liked Mike Tyson in his time. He was a good say good sportsman. He was an animal, but um, yeah, he had one or two issues. Um, as I said, he got a payday. I mean, he's doing things for his family, I believe. Yeah, his kids. I mean, okay. We live in a different world. Tyson came from down there. Of course, he's going to grab anything he can. That would always be his philosophy in life. If something good comes my way, I'll have them. As you just said, you'd go in with Jake Paul for a few minutes if it earns some money. Um, yeah, I mean, it's funny. My daughter's not into boxing or anything else, but she knew who Jake Paul was. He's a celeb. Yeah, she said to me about it. Oh, I know him. I've watched actually before all this came off. I did watch his brother. I think is the main TikToker. Yeah, and had they interviewed B celebs downwards really. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, okay, people. I think they're one actress in a horror film or something on, and I've just watched it, and it was entertaining. It was very slick. Let's put it this way. It's what it was. It was an interview. He was there talking to this actress, etc., as well as his brother. Um, he's quite an articulate guy. Jake Paul is. He's not stupid.
I'm not condemning that.
No.
Not con
Yeah. Okay. He does exhibition game. He's like. It's almost like. Do you remember there used to be years ago the people just go town to town doing the exhibition boxing? Who wants to take me on? Who wants to
Yeah,
take
of
me on?
course.
Try and win some
Yeah,
money. Yeah.
yeah.
This guy wasn't going to lose, or he might take it, make it look like that. That's all it was. It was entertainment. It was partly, as you said, WWE. Um, yeah, nobody was going to win. Everyone was going to win who participated. There were no losers at that level. As you said, all the fans, they knew anyone that didn't think that there wasn't going to be something in the background with it. It was an entertainment. It was like going and watching a 2 hour movie or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. It was,
What gets me is that people going on the internet saying it was rigged.
yeah. Well, I've read
Of
all them.
course, it was rigged.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's it.
Of course
Anyone. I mean,
But it's but they're getting upset about it,
yeah.
and it's like it's like a big discovery for them,
Yeah.
you know. That's why I said that it's difficult to make this a conspiracy theory
Well,
because
yeah. Well,
it was so in your face that you
yeah. I was going
can't.
to say it's a conspiracy theory in plain sight. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the lead up to it and everything else, and yeah.
Yeah,
I mean it. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're both entertainers now, and that's it.
yeah.
And it,
Tyson's gone into acting.
yeah, I mean, good luck to the lad. I don't know what happened years ago. He transgressed on something or got set up or a mixture of the two. He fell for something that any young man would have probably fallen for if truth be known. Um, yeah, when you're a celeb, well, it doesn't matter who you are now. But he did his time. He's done a lot for people. Apparently, people around him say he's a nice guy. He's probably still not the most smartest guy around. He never pretends to be.
He's starting to become quite sage in his old age.
Yeah. Um,
Done a lot of reading.
yeah. when he's got
Sure.
time. Yeah.
Well, he certainly did there in
Yeah.
the within the four walls, should we say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sing Sing.
Yeah, I saw, like you, I saw the training vids, and he looks, you know, he's fitter than I probably still am. Yeah. Um, I
Yeah,
think
well, I mean, like I said to my son, and
yeah,
he said, but I've seen him train, and
yeah,
he's really, really fast. I said, yes, yes, son, but you've only seen it over like 5 seconds,
yeah, bang, 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 bang,
and,
bang,
and
bang. Yeah.
they're hardly going to show him. You're sort of wheezing, coughing and
No,
wheezing,
no, well, they wouldn't show you.
exhausted, at the end of the training session.
Yeah. But
It's
I mean,
fit for a 58-year-old bloke. He's really
yeah,
fit.
no, that's
He
what the
is.
point I'm making. Yeah. And
But is he enough to take on a
well,
youngster 20 odd years old?
let's be honest with it. Would Jake Paul be a well a world class fighter if he was in that world as well? Would he?
Right, so let me just put that this little tidbit on for you.
Yeah.
Jake Paul said he's ready to fight for the world championship of professional boxing, and he thinks that his fights he's done recently against all these retired people are the stepping stones he needs to have to fight in this challenge somebody for the world title belt.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to
Well,
see
the
it.
thing the thing is,
Yeah.
he's got to get world rankings first.
Yeah.
He's got to do the hard slogger as everybody else has done. And I think that once he finds fighters who are up to date in the training and up to date in the quality,
Yeah.
he's going to find that it's better for him just to keep quiet about it.
Well, yeah, okay. He's a personality. He knows these fights won't happen. I mean,
No,
no one seriously is going to want to fight him. With all due respect to Jake Paul, and I respect what he's achieved, what he's done. Yeah, entertainment. He look what he's done. He's suddenly made an interest in a sport that, like it or like it, has saved and helped a lot of younger people, and has recently gone through a bit of a let's just say some bad press or something else about fighting. And yeah, you know what I'm saying here. You know, mustn't have combat sports. It's actually saved a lot of kids from ghettos. And I I I partly spent a lot of time around East London. The boxing club saved a lot of otherwise kids that have been in prison and worse, possibly not walking around now. Boxing channeled any aggression or feeling or gave them some self worth. Yeah, like any sport can. Not everyone can be a professional footballer. Yeah, on that level. Sport is a good thing. Boxing, yeah, actually was it's very, very controlled, and it's very serious, like any combat sport. Yeah, it's not a street fight. Let's put it that way. But it
Bo-
enabled, yeah,
boxing became sort of a second division sport, if you like, put it
mm,
in exactly because of the UFC,
yeah,
because of Vale Tudo, it was as it was
yeah,
called at the time.
yeah, yeah.
Because the boxing, you can only use your fists,
Mm.
and the Vale Tudo, you can use your arms and your legs and your head at that
Well,
time.
yeah,
And you,
yeah,
and you could you get the outcome of the fight was a lot more immediate,
yeah,
a bit like bare knuckle boxing today.
yeah,
In one round, in 2 minutes, you can just
yeah,
demolish demolish
yeah,
your opponent, and it's
yeah,
it's quick. It's quick. The turnover of the fighters is quick.
yeah, yeah,
And so whereas these boxing gyms were
mm,
helping the youngsters
yeah,
back in your day,
yeah,
I'm sure that there are UFC academies that are doing exactly the same thing.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I
I,
mean. That's just,
I used to practice kung fu,
yeah,
and there are kung fu academies that also take on young kids
mm,
because it's to work your self being, to
yeah,
work yourself, your personality
yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah. I never long blonde cups things, and yeah, always had an interest in it. But yeah, but it was judo when I was younger. Everyone was doing judo. Again, yeah, the kids that actually went through, and I've seen one of my younger relatives here is a kid from a community. Brilliant. He's already got his first judo championship, and I went and watched him, and he's a determined little scamp. Um, yeah, if he takes it seriously, I think he's trying to get into boxing as well. I mean, he's only young, But yeah, yeah, he's got determination, and it will probably be something that will good for him in channels. Bright kid as well. Yeah, very sharp. Um, yeah, anything that focuses, and I think this is the point that I'm making about this fight, and there's probably partly motivation for Tyson apart from money. Yeah, it focused, but it gave people a bit of an interest. It's a miserable world out there at the moment. It gave something people an inconsequential diversion, yeah, which is entertainment. Hell, there's been some rubbish films and everything that lately. I'd still rather watch that. I quite enjoyed what I saw of that the other night. Um, yeah, it was on Netflix. It was one of the most popular things on Netflix. 60 million households around the world watched it. Netflix just said, all right, thank you very much. It might encourage more people to put more live sport on other channels. Yeah. So, or pay for it up front, and who knows? Yeah, we could be watching more and more. Well, we do online anyway, for free. Yeah, legitimately for free. Yeah.
For me, it just fed Jake Paul's fantasy of being a boxer.
Right.
Just shows what money can do.
Well, okay.
Uh, because I mean, for Jake Paul, for him to turn around and be able to say, "Well, I beat Mike Tyson,"
well,
is not going to add that Mike Tyson.
yeah, it's all right claiming something the world already knows the
Yeah.
true facts about. I think they're probably, you don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't see Jake Paul as he's brave to do what he does. I mean, if he wants to take on the big boys, he can do what anyone else does and get in. He's probably a bit too old to be doing it now. He's 27. Yeah, probably gets get in. He's done UFC and other things. Yeah, he's
So like,
not a yeah. Oh, yeah, he's not a fighter of note, really, from what I see. Yeah,
but he is of renown.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was entertaining, and I'm pleased people enjoyed it. And I have enjoyed the sort of things people going around and analysing it, armchair people doing it. I don't really know much about. I've never done boxing, as I say. Yeah, I've never faced anyone in a ring. I've worked with people that do. Um, yeah, a lot of the purists say this, that, and the other. If it got people interested in sport, the sport that they like, it's to achieve something. Suddenly people have watched that, so they might start watching, and suddenly puts up, some prestige again in a sport that people like. Um, we shall see. As to the future, where Mike Tyson's probably got his good payday. Happy retirement, sir. Jake Paul, whatever you're doing next, I wish you luck with it.
Next 6 months, he'll be flogging his perfume in his drinks.
Well, good luck to him. I mean,
Yeah.
we're capitalists. If people want to buy things, we go with that.